All right, guys. Oh my god. All right. So this is the third and final time. If this thing craps out again, I don't think it's my internet. It's whatever wire connection is to my webcam. Like I swear if it goes out again, I'm just going to throw my laptop away and I'm signing off. I'm going to give Caleb said that's why you don't start early. You might be right, Caleb. Um Gosh, like I am just I really need to have a better setup. But I digress. There was a super chat and my guy Doc72 so Super Mario just said bruh. Yeah, I know, man. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give it a few minutes because I want to see if my guy Sham God will get back on here. Doc72 sent me the screenshots. Thank you, my guy. I took a screenshot before I signed off. Let's see, where's Doc 72? So I did have two super chats, one super chat, two super chats. So yeah, so I'm gonna give it a few minutes. But in the meantime, what I was saying is 7 inches is not average, guys. Don't get into a debate with a woman who's gonna say, or a guy that's gonna say, no, 7 inches is average. What you need to do, hand them something to measure. Okay. Like now I'm trying to find something that's not gonna disrupt this feed. Um, whatever it is, hand them and say, okay, show me what 7 inches is. Just hand them that. Yeah, hey Sham God, I got your super chat, bro. Don't worry, I got you. And my guy Baby Peanuts sent a super chat. I got both of you guys. Please don't worry about that. So, and I bet you if you hand them a ruler and say show me what 7 inches is, then they're gonna show you like 5 inches. Okay, they're gonna show you like five, maybe 6 inches at most. Okay, so that's just like it's not worth arguing that. I mean, because objectively we know that is not the case. There's no medical literature to support that. The best medical literature we have says that the average bone pressed is 5.2 inches. Well, actually, it's 5.19 in the study, and I'd be willing to say 5.5 inches would be up there as well, like as what's average, but it's not 6 for damn sure, and it's damn sure not 7. So don't waste your time arguing with that. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But my guy Sham God, he says, "Yo, Hink, thank you for the super chat, Sham God." He says, "Do you think PMMA valid fillers are valid? I've seen people gain greater than 1 inch of girth with them. Also, Braun is the goat back today." Um, so that's funny. I would show you this screenshot, but it basically says, my guy Doc72 sent it to me. He says, LeBron is the GOAT, the greatest overrated athlete today. Yeah, LeBron is the GOAT for sure. Um, but PMMA fillers, like they're legit in the sense that in the grand scheme of things, they're largely safe. And they can absolutely add girth. They typically don't add any length. Um, but um, but yeah, it's something that I wouldn't do it. Like if it were me and I was interested in fillers, I would do something like I am not. I'm a clown in a mask, guys. Don't listen to anything I say. But if I was interested in something, I would do fillers. And I mean I would do hyaluronic acid filler. See how that went. It's an easier thing to reverse. It is something that, like over time, it'll go away if it gets botched, and so it is largely safe. And so I would try that first, and then see how I like the experience. And then if I really like that experience, then I would consider going on to something, to something else. And so yeah, man. So wow, we got 123 people in here now, which is a record for a while. But 35 likes. I mean, man, y'all hate me. Obviously, I'm just joking. But if you don't mind, take a second, like the video. Of course, if you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing. So thank you, Super Sham God, for that super chat. And then my guy, Baby Peanuts, he says, I have I have a chat, Papi Hinko, Besito, Chulito, muy rico. So thank you for the super chat, Baby Peanuts. What was your question though, my guy? Oh my gosh. That is hilarious, man. So JC says, oh, so Dave Falco, I know I got a bunch more super chats too. I'm gonna get to those. But I like this question. He says, "Do you think that there is a benefit to healing in an extended state?" Uh, yes and no. and it depends, and, because it can vary widely. So, when, like, there's some people who say, "Oh, after you do, like, girth work, you should put on a loose C ring and wear it for a while because it helps with gains." Like, that to me is the stupidest fucking thing, I've been doing much better with cursing, guys, but, like, that argument to me just sounds so stupid. I mean, it just, like, it's anyways, I have a whole video about, like, the C rings afterwards. That to me is just is an asinine argument personally, okay? Don't listen to me. Clown in a mask, guys. What do I know about anything? But it's like, "Oh, no, 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 Hink. It's not tight enough to cut off constriction. Um, it's just tight enough to keep some of the blood in there." It's like, no, like either it cuts off the venous circulation and allows you to have a fuller D because it's cutting off the venous outflow, which is what a constriction ring does, or it's loose enough that it's not impacting the blood flow whatsoever. And so it's either adding potential risk, but it's still, I mean, it's just, anyways. So no, I don't believe in that. But I do think that there is something to all day stretchers, okay? Or but not like putting on a potentially like a sleeve. Like an all-day stretcher keeps you in like a stretched it's like wearing an extender all day, okay? That's different than like, in my opinion, wearing something like, what do they call it? I don't even remember the name of it, but it basically is like a little sleeve you put around your D that keeps it a little bit longer than it otherwise would be. Personally, that's just my opinion. So, um, thank you for the question though. So Natty Arturo, let's see, Hink, 141 day doing 141 days doing 120-minute apex and 20 minutes of pumping after. Do you think the shockwave, like the Phoenix therapy, will work for what, exactly? I don't think there's a role for Shockwave. So my guy Natty Arturo, are you the one that did you lose your sister, man? Or was that somebody else? Or did you send me just a separate? I think that was you, man. But anyways, I hope your family's doing okay, dude. Um, but, and I hope what I sent helped with, funeral costs. I think that was you, if I'm not mistaken. But, anyways, uh no, I don't think Shockwave works when it comes to enlargement. Like, it can help when it comes to erection quality. There's reasonable data for that. But there was a study that looked at, for Peyronie's disease, Shockwave, Cialis, and pumping, and it did show that there was some improvement, like, compared to either alone. But yeah, I don't think it's worth it to get a Phoenix. Phoenix is a mix between, so when it comes to shockwave therapy, guys, there's basically two main types that you can get commercially, okay? Like outside of a medical clinic. One is called radio waves and one is called acoustic waves, okay? The I bel See, now I don't want to get this backwards. But one of them, I believe the radio waves is what you want, okay? And the Phoenix is a mix of both. So it's like one is actually effective and one is basically a sham. And so I don't think Phoenix is worth the money, unless you're an older male trying to get your erection quality back. It's loud. I have it, guys. I've used it. It's like clack 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 clack. I mean, it's loud. It's so loud. In order to not wake like my girl up, I would go into my garage and like close myself like in my car in my garage and like do it inside my car for added noise. So yeah, man. But good for you for being consistent. I think doing the apex, for that much time and then pumping after, I think that should be plenty, man. I don't think you need to do the shockwave as well. So my guy Boobs is in the house. Mac, what's up, man? He says, "How's everyone's fitness jersey journey? Been hella consistent since I've been back, ramping up on the cardio, but my main focus is strength. Hit 335 for 2 reps on barbell squats for the first time the other day. New PR. I got to be careful with my equipment, man. But let's go, let's go. That's awesome. I've actually been like getting it back in the gym again and like actually lifting again. I feel like I'm getting some muscle mass back, and so for my little chicken arms and whatnot. So good for you, man. But I'm definitely I'm trying to get like I'm trying to main gain as my guy Coach Greg says. I am No, I mean, not to I'm gonna make this totally about me now, but, like, I am gaining additional muscle mass and getting leaner, and my weight is kinda staying the same, which is exactly what I want. Because this summer I got super lean, but I went down to, like, 195 almost, and now I'm back up to, like, 208, 210 depending on the day, and so I wanna be, like, a lean, like, maybe somewhere between 10 to 12% body fat and 210. So but that's awesome, bro. Good for you. Thank you for the very generous super chat, man. I really appreciate that. And congrats on the new PR, man. Good for freaking you. I would want to know, uh, are you just training with like just heavy weight and low reps? But yeah, man, let me know. But good for you, man. I appreciate that you taking the time to send that. Miguel says, "Who else got the urge to joke just now?" Miguel, uh, my guy. Bryson says my bone press girth is 2/5. Oh, man, that 2/5 thing is so funny, man. Frank, what's up, man? Uh, let's see. So Mars says, "If I get to 7, I'll lie and say 8." Like, but see, like that is what guys do, though. I mean, I would say guys that are 7 say they're 9, even. Guys that are 8 usually say they're 12. I mean, and that's even what it is like in the industry. Um, and so whatever, do whatever makes you happy. But it's like if you are like, I always think honesty is the best policy, as corny as that is, but, like, in today's sphere of, like, girl inches and people lying, um, like, if you were to be like, "Yeah, girl, I'm 7 inches," she would be able to be like, "Oh," maybe even like we alluded to earlier, she might even be like, "Oh, that's average," which is absolutely effing not. But if you're packing 7 and you tell her that you're, 8, 8.5, even 9, she's probably gonna believe you, bro. 7 is massive. And then she'll be like, "Oh, yeah, I was with this guy last night, and he was 9," because you told her that you were 9 or whatever the thing is. And so, I don't blame you for saying that if you get to 7, you're gonna lie and say 8 because everybody in the adult industry lies, and that's kind of where the standard is. You have guys like, what's his name? Um Johnny Sins, like one of the most famous stars out there, he has consistently lied and say that he's about 9 inches, and he is, like, non-bone pressed right at 7, like, measured legitimately. And so, it's like, you would just be right in line right in line with him, man. So, yeah, I don't blame you on that. Uh Let's see here. So, so by guys, hey, hard R gainer, what's up, man? Uh, Ortho OnlyFans, thank you, bro. He says, "Mom, beans and cornbread." Pea shot only drained my account. Would not recommend. Let me play tummy sticks and let me deer hunt on your property. Oh, bro, you could definitely come deer hunt. It's bow season right now, but it's soon to be, open season, but or and like black powder season or whatever. But yeah, for sure, bro. The tummy sticks thing. I love that you're actually old enough to know that reference. If you guys don't know what tummy sticks is, I highly suggest you watch the movie Wedding Crashers. Wedding Crashers? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the movie. Um, Pea shot is one of those things, man. Like, even though I'm familiar with the data, I'm still tempted to try it, just because, like, I'm not hurting terribly for money right now, even though hashtag GoFundMe for the Titanium Santos, that I want, guys. So, that GoFundMe is still live if you wanna donate to my Titanium Santos fund. I'm joking, I don't have that. Uh, but I'm still interested to try it. I mean, it's one of those things that, even if there's a chance it would help, I would wanna do it, but even just because 'cause I'm an aged man and, a pea shot might help with, erection quality and recovery, even just recovery from some of, like, the PE trauma from, 4 years. Um, Caleb says, "I'm actually a really good dancer, guys." We still wanna see that helicopter, Caleb. So what's good, man? Doc72 says, "Let the hate." Oh man, I hope I'm not clickbaiting you guys into this. When I said I quit on this, it's not like I'm quitting PE. I need to change that. I'm sorry, guys. And so if you think I'm like announcing my retirement, like, and that's why you're here, that's not it. what had happened was I had screwed up this live stream 2 other times, so I had to end it and I had to restart it. I had to end it and I had to restart it, and it was basically like I quit at YouTube. I suck at YouTube, so sorry, but no, there's not any retirement announcements. I'm gonna change that title. I just typed it in there because I was frustrating. Um, yeah, so sorry, man. Sorry, guys, if that was misleading. And I won't say if that was misleading. I'm sorry that was misleading. But now that I got you here, hey man, wow, we got 142 people in here and actually 93 likes already, man. 7 likes, 6 likes now, and I would really appreciate it, man. You'd get me to 100 likes. I don't know why that makes me so happy on the inside to see that. So, let's see, man. Let's see. I got orthos. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I almost skipped right over this. This T Griff says, "Hey Hink, how do you stay faithful to your wife with so many beautiful women in the world as an unapologetic black alpha male, big bro?" I appreciate that, man. And like you have to figure out in life what's more important to you. And I would love to lie to you guys and tell you that I have always been like a man of the utmost respect and I've never made any mistakes, but like I've cheated on girls before and it's been like devastating. And like sometimes I think about like when my like girl from med school found out that I was cheating on her, and just like the look in her face and like how disappointed she was and heartbroken. Like it sucks, man. And also, like, I have, my my wife, Borat voice, but, right now I'm at the point and I would bounce back from it, but, like, if she cheated on me, like, that would be really hard for me in so many ways, and I would not want to do that to her, and so, um, it also helps that, like, I personally find my girl the most attractive person on the planet, and if you guys aren't familiar with, thank you guys for getting me to over 100 likes, man, I appreciate that. If you guys aren't familiar with the concept of pair bonding, you should check it out. Now, in fairness, it's mostly been proven in animal models, but it basically says that like the more you sleep around, the harder it is going to be for you to actually form like a strong connection like with an actual future partner. And so that's why I think body count matters, guys. And I'm not slut shaming or anything like that. If it makes you if it truly fulfills you on a personal level, to like go out there and slang your meat into anything that walks and have one night stands and whatnot, like, then who am I to tell you not to do that? But if you are actually looking to get in a meaningful relationship with somebody, like if you have a big body count, like it's going to affect your ability to literally connect on that person on an intimate level, in my opinion. And that's what pair bonding basically means. And so that's why, like, the phrase you can't turn a hoe, a gardening tool into a housewife, because like literally she's been with so many people that you're not going to be able to, like, she's not going to be able to establish that deep connection with you. Like me and my girl, her body count was 0, my body count was actually very small. And so like when we started being intimate, like it's a special thing, like it's a unique thing that I share with her. And so, and I only want to share that with her. And so there's a lot of baddies out there. I'm not gonna lie, I like looking, I like big old booties and stuff. But yeah, man, that's my advice. Number one, I wouldn't want it to happen to me. And number two, like, I mean, I guess it's the pair bonding thing, but like she's really the only person that I find really like attractive, even with the industry. If I get in the mood and I'm looking for some entertainment, like, I might go onto the hub, and then I'm like, man, like these none of these girls are doing it for me. And then I'll pull up my phone and like pull out a picture of her, like if I really need to do that. So, anyways, man. I mean, and I want to be a good example. I don't know. I think there's enough like cheating out there in the world. So, and when you married, I mean, you make a vow to God that, you're going to stay faithful to your wife. And I don't want to break that vow to God. So, um, anyways, that's important for me. So, yeah, but whatever, guys. Like, do you? I mean, I do think like this promiscuous like culture that we are in is not a good thing in general, and I think it's largely a negative sentiment for negative. It's negative for society, is what I'm trying to say. And, I mean, in general, like, people are moving away from marriage and, like, having kids out of wedlock, which is fine, I mean, whatever. But, like, there's very clear data that, like, being married actually leads to happier people in general, and certainly if you have a family or trying to raise a family, it leads to, like, all metrics are improved if the kids are in, like, a dual parent household, ideally a married dual parent household. So, anyways, man, let me get off my soapbox, but let's see here. I'm 7 and got a 5 to 5.5 girth baseball bat. Never tried PE before, but is it possible to get uniform? My OCD goes crazy. If so, will it affect, I'm guessing L meaning length? So yeah, I was a baseball bat, team baseball bat. And yeah, it's absolutely balanced out more, especially towards the base. It is much more evened out, and it's now like kind of cylindrical. Okay, and so yeah, man. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, and thank you, D Griff, for your super chat as well, man. I hope that wasn't too pretentious of me, but so yeah, you will even out. Will it affect your L? I'm guessing your length, but yeah, if you do PE, like you're probably going to get longer, bro. Depending on what you do. But if you just want to balance it out, then I would just consider pumping if I were you. So yeah, man, there's 160 people in here now. I feel like an ass because I feel like people are in here just because I'm like I quit. Like no, I'm not. I'm not quitting YouTube. It meant like I quit trying to make live streams. So I'm sorry about that, guys. So J.R. Carroll says, "My wife swore I was 8 plus." Yeah. So guys, like, I really don't like getting into my personal life. My wife legitimately thinks I'm 12 inches. Like, legitimate, not hyperbolic, like, legitimately thinks I'm 12 inches. Um, and I'm not correcting her. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not honey, let me tell you about real size statistics. Like, hey, you wanna think I'm 12? By all means, think I'm 12. Um, but yeah, guys, I'm nowhere near 12. I mean, I'm not even that close to double digits, I guess. And so yeah, man. So girls just, and guys just guys have a clue, they just lie by an inch. There's been several research papers that have said that self-reported data. So they had guys and they would be like, "What is your size?" And then they would get some of these guys to measure, and the guys over-reported their actual size versus their measured size by an inch, a full inch. So guys lie by about an inch, and that translates to obviously women. Uh, yeah. So yeah. So Red Maroon says, "It annoys me when I meet someone and he lies." Yeah, I mean, guys, lying is pretty shitty. I mean, it just is, man. It just is. Like, you shouldn't do that to anybody. Like, I mean, and if you just think about that. Like, if you're lying to get with a girl, like, first of all, I mean, do you really want to be with a girl where if the size of your D like matters? Like, I mean, like really matters. If she'd be like, "Oh no, 6, no, I'm not interested." Oh, 7? Okay, yeah. Like, do you really want that quality of girl? And secondly, like, if that's the start of the relationship or whatever, then like it's already built upon a lie. I mean, just like, I don't know, just don't do that, man. And it's just so wild to me. I know that I'm weird. I live in different times and I'm an old man. And like, I courted my girl for like 3 years and then we were engaged for 2 years before we even got married. Um but it's like, if at any point the size of my D had come up in a relationship, like, I instantly would have broken up with her. Instantly. Like, if it ever was an issue at all. Now, if she was like, "Oh, I like your size," or something like that, that's one thing. But if it was ever like, but if that ever became like a negative in any way, shape, or form, or really came up and was a matter of topic, like, that would have been it for me. "Oh, Hink, you're just a beta little bitch boy, and you don't even know." Like, okay, guys, like, that's fine. But it's just, I wanted a girl that would like me, for who I am, for who to have to like offer as a person and offer as a potential like spouse and mate. And like, mate meaning, like, for procreation, not for, like, fun purposes. Um, and, like, yeah, so anyways, man, uh, we got my that guy. Let's see. Sorry, I'm catching up with the super chats. I think we got, like, another super chat down here. Steven says, "Salute, doc. What's up, man? Appreciate you, Steven. Thank you for the super chat. I'm glad I found time to tune in after some months. Also, tips for upping tube size and avoiding the baseball bat gang shape." And so I think it's going to be hard for you to do any PE that's going to turn you into a baseball bat. I think most of these devices um, are going to usually expansion is more towards the base than the rest. And so I would be more so worried about somebody that already had it like more like cone shaped. I still think they would balance out, but I would still be worried about the base growing a little bit more disproportionately. So, in my opinion now, like, I don't know, this is not a very refined opinion, I guess, but, like, when it comes to pumping tubes, like, I would much rather have oversized than undersized. Now, there's a big exception to that. If you're prone to having your testicles sucked into the pump, then that can be a problem. So yeah, man, let's see. So yeah, but anyway, so yeah, I would err for like if I was on the edge of like, okay, I'm this measurement, do I and I'm right on the cusp of using like one size cylinder or a bigger size cylinder. I personally would always get the bigger size cylinder, but that's just me. So um man, my guy Blue Fext, he says, "Hey Hink, I hope you're doing well. I've been in and out of some dark places lately. I can't listen to music or podcasts anymore without my negative thoughts consuming me. Your lives and your videos are the only things keeping me going." Well, I mean, like, that's tough, man. I think you really need to talk to somebody about what's going on. And also, like, why are you having these negative thoughts, bro? Like, I'm touched that, my content, my videos, this is keeping you going, but, I don't want you in a dark place, man. And I think that like, even for me, I've been in some very, very, very dark places recently, myself. I'm certainly not trying to, like, compete with you, like, or anything, and I'm not trying to make this about me, but, like, what keeps me going is, like, even when I don't feel like it, I make myself get up. Like, even when I don't feel like it, I make myself go to the gym, and, like, even if I have a shitty workout, I'm still in the gym lifting weights. I do think we have a pretty solid community here. Like, I know that there would be some guys, including myself, that would be happy to, like, talk. I truly don't have the most time. I'd make time for this, man, um, but there are some guys in the community that would I'm sure would talk to you and yeah, I guess hopefully this helps, but like you are not alone. I know that sounds corny and I'm just a big giant fucking cornball, man, but it's like it's true. I know like I have several guys, I'm not going to call them out, that I text with from this community, some of them on a daily basis that like we talk about when we go to those dark places, man, and it sucks. And it's one of those things that I don't think this is pilled, but as men, it's like, oh, we're supposed to be these stoic men and not have any emotions and like, oh, how you doing? Oh, I'm fine. Like, how are you? Um, and not really be like, man, I'm fucking hurting today, man. Like I'm hurting. I feel sad and alone and depressed. But you're not alone. I hope that you can talk to somebody. You have somebody close, ideally within like a physical presence of you that you can talk to, man. But certainly, like I'm here for you, and certainly the community is here for you as well, man. uh, nothing says. So sorry for the abrupt change of pace, but nothing says Hink is a stud, six pack abs. He was slanging in med school. It's funny you say that because like I mean, I did have, like, a six-pack abs. I was at, like, the top of my class in med school. Like, I was also pretty good at basketball, and, like, before the burns and the scars, like, I was not an unattractive dude. The funny thing is, what kept me humble was my actual, like, dysmorphia about my D. Like, I mean, I'm so it sounds crazy, but, like, I'm so grateful for that experience because I think if I had been packing, like, what I am now and I was in med school, like, man, like, I probably would have been a slut, like, I'm not gonna lie, and I would have gone down a completely different path, and so I try to be grateful in general in life, but no, the reason why my body count is where it is because I definitely let my meat size limit me. I mean, in addition to, like, morals and, like, I wanted to wait till marriage, before I had sex and whatnot, It didn't happen, but, I also, like, only did that with women that I was very, very close with that I dated typically for several years, so, anyways, man, so, yeah, I can assure you I was not slanging in med school, and like everybody else, I had a very, very much an ugly duck syndrome. I was a very goofy looking kid. I had full mouth metal braces even into my senior year of high school. I graduated high school early, and so, like, I was underdeveloped in high school, and then because I graduated early, like, even in college, I was still developing and still going through puberty, and so I was awkward. I didn't have facial hair. I wore these little round glasses. Like, I was a fucking dork, man. And so it made it easy when girls would just, like, clown me and laugh at me. And that's also why I have a complex where I'm extremely, extremely resentful towards women, especially women that think they are attractive. Like, I can get very pilled when it comes to that, and I've tried to work on that, but I've just been, like many guys, like, mistreated by women that think that they are attractive for no effing reason. So, outrageous Otis, I'm not quitting, man. I'm not quitting, guys. I'm sorry for the clickbait, man. Like, it wasn't meant to be clickbait. It was just frustration about YouTube. I'm not quitting. So sorry. Um, no, Cac, I'm not quitting, guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll have to change that. Let's see. Ooh, so we got that super chat. So Sham God message retracted. I don't know what happened with that. So Steven, all right, we got that one. Says, "Brother, I'm 35 and I've been with 2 women in my life, and the second one owns my heart, and I'm totally fine with that." Bro, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't understand. Oh, I mean, I do understand, but in male culture, it's like you're like, "Oh, you're still a virgin." Like, God, I got clowned throughout college for being a virgin. And it was like, like, fortunately, I was proud of it. Like, I was not ashamed when people were like, "Oh, you're a virgin?" Like, yeah, yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm 21 years old and I'm still a virgin. Like, I was okay with that. And so, like, I'm proud of you, man. 35 and only been with 2 women, like, that's props. That's mad respect in my book. If you're not out there, that's not your prerogative, then, bro, like, do you, man. Like, do you. I'm not saying that, like, I'm high and mighty or better than you or anything like that, or my god Lazarus is. I'm just saying, like, that commands far more respect then he said it like, if he were to say, "I've been with 35 women," like, I personally, like, I'm not judging, but, like, I think it's kinda disgusting that guys just, like, are out there just putting it in anything, so, anyways, man, uh, so good for you, man. So, Frank says, "I cheated on my wife when I was younger. Worst mistake I ever made, not worth it." So there you go, man. My guy was it Double Odino? Who answered that question? No, it was, uh Griff. So yeah. Sham God, thank you for the super chat. I think it got deleted. Let's see. So Sham God says, "Why do so many men think the average is 6?" There's 173 people in here. Just so guys, just one more time. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. I was frustrated with technology, okay? So why do so many men think the average is 6? I personally think it's like a self-deprecation thing. I think that so many men have complexes. Let's just see this. I want to see. Um, let's see. What is average? Let's see. So I'm putting in a poll. All right, I'm just having like 5 options. So I'm sorry the guys that are like, "Well, I think average is 5.25," and it's either like 5 or 5.5. And so I wanna see what people think. But I think it's kind of like like a self-deprecating thing where it's like there's just I don't know. I don't I know guys don't wanna have a complex, but it's like I don't fully understand why people can't like, people get angry in the comments when I'm like, "Average is 6." I'm like, "No," I mean, average is like 5.2 or 5.5. Like, "No, no, it's not. No, it's impossible." Like, what is it? Was that a quote from Star Wars? No. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's like, "That's impossible," when Luke finds out his dad is, Darth Vader, and he's like, "Look within you, you know it's true." But anyways, yes, I'm a Star Wars nerd, yeah, I just don't get that, man. So I don't know why so many guys will believe that when like I have I mean, not I'm not bragging here, guys, but I've seen a lot of penises, okay? I have in either in medical clinics or in God, Lord knows, just from doing like coaching. So guys, I do coaching. Patreon.com/DocHink. If you need to reach me for coaching, please don't send me an email and ask me if I do coaching. Patreon.com/DocHink. Okay. And you might not need coaching if you just get my course where I take you through everything step by step, how to get bigger, pre-care, post-care, how to measure, what to look out for, what to feel in your testicles, to make sure you're not getting a varicocele or a hydrocele. I take you through all that in the video course laid out for you to see. So if you're interested, link for that is in the description as well. Um, so yeah. So anyways, man, uh, let's see. But guys, like, I mean, I saw one of the guys in the chat says, "I wish my count was lower," and like, I respect that, but like, I would never want to like, I'm not trying to like make anybody feel bad for any reason. Okay, there are times where I get heated, especially with, um, like physical fitness, and like I wish more people took their physical fitness more serious and put more effort into like maintaining a lower body fat and like getting out and getting active. And so like there are times where I do borderline like fat shame, and I really don't mean to do that, okay, because I know that that can be very discouraging and very unmotivating for people to hear that. um but I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad if they have a high body count, okay. I mean, and it's never like, not to be cliche, it's never too late to repent. Like, no, you can't like have a negative body count, but you can stop that behavior moving forward. So anywho, um, so oh geez, it's already 9. All right, guys. Um, my guy Mac, thank you for this super chat. He says, rate my routine. Speaking of guys, on my subreddit r/Hink, I currently have a routine review submission. So if you want me to review your routine and turn it into a video, you can tell me to hide your username or whatever, but go to my subreddit or like Reddit slash Hink or whatever, however it works, anyways. And find that post, and I'm doing a routine review. And so I'll take submissions. I'll probably make the video on it tomorrow. So, anyways. But he says 3 10-minute sets of manual stretches, then one warm up pump set and 3 5-minute one. Okay, 3 sets. So 30 minutes manuals, one warm up set, and then 3 5-minute pump sets, 7 HE, last minute of first set, 8 inches of mercury. And each set I add 1 minute of 8 inches. Can only add to routine after every 10 days. That's pretty solid, man. That's pretty solid. If you are accustomed to higher pressure, I would recommend that you go to like I think 8 is kind of the if you have a reasonably calibrated pump and it doesn't hurt, I think 8 is kind of the bare minimum for gains personally, okay? Like if many of you guys saw the video where the guy was like went on my subreddit and was like, "You don't need to pump that high to get gains." But like the evidence I think is actually abundantly clear. Like you need to hit at least like 8 inches of mercury, in my opinion. And so, I would try to do a warm up set and then do 3 5-minute sets of just 8 inches. I mean, I don't know if it works for you to like start at 7 and then go up to 8, or you get too much petechia, something like that. Then by all means. But man, we're almost cresting 200 people, and I hope it's not because I indirectly clickbaited people into thinking that I'm quitting YouTube. Because at least as of today, I'm not. So yeah, man. But I think that's a solid routine. And I think that, as you progress, I don't think you need to go too much more above 8, to be honest, though. Like I mean, I still think the data is clear. Like almost 12 inches of mercury leads to more gains. Okay. But you're also balancing like higher risk versus higher reward. So currently I'm not going above like 10 right now, 10 inches of mercury. But I think that's a good routine. Let's see, guys. Ooh. Um, Caleb says, "Bro, I'm about to leave. I don't know why, man." Oh. Uh, oh, and Caleb said because they watch too much corn. So let's see. So 60% of people think it's about 5.5. 26% of people say 5. So at least, well, I mean, I would expect the people here on this subreddit that have actually, especially, I mean, clearly you're more intelligent people because you're watching me, but I mean, I've talked enough about real actual averages that I think most people know that. So good, man. So good. So most at least most guys in here don't think that the average is actually 6 inches or above, so good. I think that's all the Aaron says, "I think the average is actually 8 by 6." So yeah, man. Oof. Says, "Hy hyaluronic acid filler effect on extending and pumping." Um, I would not use an extender or pump if I was doing a hyaluronic acid filler. I would do all of that as much as I could, get all of the desired size I could, and then do a filler. I don't know how that might affect the actual like distribution. Wow, 200 people. I think that's a record that I can remember. But once again, I hope it's not from freaking clickbaiting people into thinking I'm quitting. I got to change that. Jordan Rhodes says you missed my super chat. Sorry, Jordan. Thank you. Um, but filler effect on extending and pumping. Yeah. So I wouldn't do that if I was like, yeah, just the pressure or the extender could actually, like, cause a very poor cosmetic outcome, like divots or dents and whatnot, so I would not do that. Um, let's see, what super chat did I miss? There's a lot of people in here chatting. So I got Max. Let's see here. Jordan Rhodes. Sorry about that, bro. I'm so sorry about that, Jordan. Said, in my 20s, I used to have amazing EQ. It would be over 7.5 and come past my belly button. Now, early 30s, 6.5, and I had a bathmate hardly use it. If I would have um, hardly use it, if I would have big noob gains or with some EQ work. In my mid-20s, I used to have amazing EQ, would be 7.5, but now early 30s, I've had in 6.5. Um, so I think you bro, you need to figure out what is causing your dramatic decrease in erection quality. Like, you're 30, you're not my age, and certainly you're not even older than that, so I don't know why your EQ dipped that much. That is a major problem, man, you need to figure that out. Poor sleep, are you smoking, are you drinking too much? Marijuana consumption is associated with actually erectile dysfunction. Um, are you just overly sedentary? Do you have diabetes? Do you not work out? Do you not take care of yourself? Um, because, like, you're losing an inch just to crap EQ, like, that in theory should be at least reasonably correctable. Now, if you started using a pump, like a bathmate, which I wouldn't recommend because it's dangerous, because if for all the reasons, you push it into your pelvis, water shoots out, all that stuff. Um, but, yeah, if you were to use a pump and use it safely, that could improve your erection quality, and, yeah, you probably would have some pretty notable gains. I mean, I think you'd get back up to 7.5, like, reasonably quick, like, within probably 3 to 6 months, yeah, maybe even before then. So sorry for the delay with answering that, bro, but, I think the most thing you need to do is just figure out what's caused the dip in your erection quality and correct that, um, because if you were just able to correct that, you might not need to do any kind of PE or anything like that. Um, yeah, so I think that is I think I got everything now. So I'm sorry about that delay, man, on getting your question answered. Uh so let's see. Cheers, Hink. Libido dropped a bit too. So my guy that has the erection quality issues, if I were you, I would get a full testosterone panel, like total test, free test, LH, FSH, SHBG. What am I missing, guys? I mean, maybe even get like estradiol levels, just to check to see like what's going on with that because yeah, I mean, similar to the things that cause your erection quality to drop, you could drop your natural test. And so uh Red is texting me. It's not a good sign. Answer Caleb. Ah, man. Caleb, send me a super chat, bro, if you want me to answer your question. Just kidding. But crap, now I forgot my what question I was answering. Yeah. Oh, but anyways, yeah, get your test levels checked. A lot of guys that, especially when they have bad lifestyle habits, they go into poor. They have poor testosterone, which can actually make things worse. Now, I wouldn't recommend TRT. I'm not trying to take shots at anybody, but I think that's kind of a like a an easy way out. Like I think that's a like, yeah, just an easy way out. Instead of actually trying to correct your testosterone to just hop on TRT, which you might need to be on for the rest of your life. So anyways, man, let's see. So Caleb says, Hink, how much of a difference is there in length gains from doing manuals versus extending? It just depends on what you're going to be more consistent with. Like most people can put on an extender and log way more minutes than they will doing manual stretches. But if you were to do 30 minutes of manual stretches versus 30 minutes of an extender, I don't think there would be a difference. And maybe I might get a nod to manuals depending on how you're doing it. Yeah, guys. All right. So we've been doing this for like an hour, including when I first started and the other dog shit ones. But so yeah, I really appreciate you guys being here. Shane, super chat says thoughts on honey packs. Like I don't know if those are legal. I don't, but like the stories that I've heard say that they work like crazy. But just be careful because I've heard that they literally will have things like sildenafil, tadalafil, like Cialis, Viagra in them, and are not uh, and are not listed. So just be careful with that. Red Maroon says, "What is TUT? Time under tension." Red is what I would be assuming. Uh, so yeah, I think this maybe there's so many people in here, man. Um, so So yeah, guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Lord Jesus, Yoshi, please do not get a fat graft that can literally kill you. Okay, you can actually have what's called a fat embolism, and where like the fat can go to your heart and kill you if you try to get a fat graft. Do not do that ever. Okay, please, whatever. Talk to your doctor. But if your doctor tells you that an option would be a fat graft, yeah, you need to fire that doctor. So Romans says my length is above average, which is fine with me, and 4.7 girth, but I would love to be 5.5 girth. What do you suggest? I don't do any PE. My length is above average, and 4.7 girth. I would love to be 5.5. I mean, I'm gonna recommend you do pumping, bro. I think pumping is the safest like way to gain girth slowly. I think if you're lucky, you're gonna gain a quarter of an inch in girth in a year. Um, in my Hink trial, the participants actually did that in 6 months. Sorry, guys, there's a string right here, but so yeah, I think that that would be the safest and best way to do it. Yeah, the other thing would be to just maximize your erection quality depending on what your erection quality is. But if you're actually trying to increase the size, you need to dilate the chambers, and I think pumping's the best way for that. Other options include not extending, geez, clamping. I don't recommend. I think that's dangerous, and Lord knows, never gel. So yeah. Uh, so hopefully, an intimate nutrition doc says consistent pumping is your best bet. Yeah, bro. So for sure. So I think I got all the super chats, man. Thoughts on honey packs. Yep, yep, yep. All right, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Probably going live with another videos. Actually, probably not till Thursday. Yeah, probably not till Thursday. Uh, yeah. So Underground Reptile says, how can you ask questions about the products? Email like if you go to whatever the website is, it'll be like support at Leviathan or support at Peak Male Physique. That's the best method to get your question answered. So yes. So yeah, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for all the support. I'll catch you in the next one. All right, guys. Peace and love.